Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for My Hero Academia chapters 312 and 313. I missed a chapter, so I'm doing both of these at the same time. For One Piece though, I'm going to wait until this weekend when the new chapter comes out since it took a week off too. I'm going to just go and do two chapters of that at once, and of course I'll have 314 up this weekend when it comes out too. But yeah, either way, I'm really excited to get to do a double chapter. I kind of honestly like when I fall behind a little bit and I can do more than one chapter at a time, because sometimes it just feels like when you're stuck reading one chapter at a time, it's so frustrating to have to wait for what comes next. But I'm excited because we have this chick that showed up at the end of last chapter, and oh no, she's hot and really, 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 really great. She's taken down Chisaki, which I mean, I guess without his arms isn't a huge feat, especially if it's taken her this long to take him down. It's been like months, hasn't it? So I'm excited to see what her deal is, if she's going to be like legitimately working for All for One, or if she's sort of doing her own thing, if she's gone rogue or anything, because that is a possibility that I thought of in the meantime. So yeah, either way, let's just get into reading 312. And we're starting off with a flashback with Hawks and Izuku. You should be fine, since you've got One for All on your side, but... I've got one concern. All for One and Shigaraki aren't at the stage where they can steal One for All yet. And with Dakuraki, they should... I really dislike that name for him. They really should have just stayed with Daruma Ujiko as his real name, because Daruma Ujiko was like a really good name. Like, they didn't need to say, oh, that's a fake name and he has a different name that got sort of cancelled for being sketchy at first and then changed to Garaki, which is lame considering we already have Shigaraki. See, I don't know. It'd be a lot easier if they just stuck with Ujiko. With Dakuraki out of the picture, they don't have the tech to preserve fresh quirk factors. That's because on the day of the big battle, every facility connected with Garaki was raided. So, the villain's best option is to take you alive. That's a tall order for most of the escaped convicts, except for one woman who's fresh out of Tartarus. She's actually a former senior colleague of mine. Hunting her down is one of my top priorities, but if she's the one who comes for you, drop everything and run. Interesting, so she was in the same situation as Hawks then? That's interesting. Again, that makes her character even cooler. Also, it was really interesting, I didn't notice my first time reading until I went back and read the last chapter some more, that her voice was actually being transmitted out of the bullet or whatever that she shot through the phone. Ammunition made of pink and dark blue fibers. Yeah, it's her. A former hero employed by the Safety Commission. You moved. Lady Nagant. Alright. Her quirk seems really interesting. It seems almost like she can make things out of her body parts. She fires another shot, but he moves out of the way. I love post-time skip Izuku with the way he can use all these quirks. He's so cool. She destroyed my secure line. All Might and Hawks will realize that something's amiss, but I've got no way to tell them that it's Lady Nagant who's after me. She might target them, too, as soon as they get closer. For now, I should retreat like I was told. Don't go thinking. You've got any options. And she curves the bullet toward him. Oh? And it knocks him backwards. Jeez. A howitzer shot is nothing compared to this. Sure, I can see why All for One's got his eye on you. This is nuts. Her? Okay. Her? She's nuts. Jeez. If she weren't around, shoot, I'd be Japan's top marksman. Heroes to watch. We asked 100 current heroes, 25 of 100 snipe. My homing lets me target anything within 600 meters that I set my peepers on. Quirk, homing. Works with anything I toss. I can't pick what part of the target I hit, and the hits won't pack much of a wallop, but not too shabby, right? But her, she can pull off what my quirk does with raw skill alone, from 3 kilometers away no less. No way I'm competing with that. Her trick of the trade, her bullets. She can craft 'em into any old shape she wants. When she twists those two-tone hairs together like epoxy putty, they harden up as strong as any ammo out there. Everything from curving rounds to hollow points, I reckon. Hollow point ammunition with hollow tip shatters into fragments upon striking really hurts. Okay. She's basically a sniper rifle in human form. Quirk rifle. Every ranged fighter out there is green with envy over that right arm of hers. Okay, so her quirk's a lot more limited and not as broken as I was thinking it was. Okay then. Jeez, he got hit pretty damn hard though. Even Snipe Sensei's jealous of her accuracy, and there's barely any downtime between those shots. And of course Izuku would know all this because he's a hero nerd. Without the fourth quirk backing me up, I'd already be a goner. But, based on the first shot and then this one, I can tell where she is. About 1 kilometer ahead, and her range is 3 kilometers. Dodging more shots while trying to escape that range would be tough, so instead, I'll take the fight to her. Smart. Blocking 2 of my shots. That's a first, and it seems like she retracts the rifle arm. The boss. Gotta get to the boss, quick. Yeah, once we're done here. You keep hidden now, for now, since the target's on his way to us. Okay. 2 things. Maybe she is working on her own and not all for one, but also I was thinking one of the reasons she might have Chisaki is maybe she needs Izuku to get to Eri so that they can restore his quirk because they want to use him since they don't have Garaki anymore. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe I should have ditched you after all. If anything, though, it'd probably be best just to give his quirk to Shigaraki, because it's a very, very OP one. The treacherous hero, the lovely Lady Nagant. What an honor to meet you. Oh? Okay, so yeah, she wasn't working with him when it first happened, because we're seeing her meeting All for One then. All for One. There was a time when you were my target. I have a specific request for you, unlike those others. In the days to come, I expect that a certain UA student will leave school and operate solo. I want you to capture him and bring him to me. And of course he predicted all of this would happen, just like what he was doing in jail. He's likely to have a number of big shots watching over him from a distance, so bide your time until they're split up enough. Perhaps a rainy day is your best bet? Hang on, why the heck should I? You're helping those others blow this joint on the simple promise that they can go wild, so why am I the only one who gets a homework assignment? You killed a fellow hero, he says. Oh? You seek the downfall of hero society, but your dream will never be realized, as long as that boy is around. Another one clinging on to those phony hopes, huh? Also, sorry I keep sidebarring, but this is exciting too because we never know when Stain or Gentle could jump back in, now that we're getting into like these freed prisoners and stuff. And I think Stain or Gentle jumping back in would be amazing because of course both of them would, I don't want to say be on the hero side, Gentle would be on the hero side, but Stain would most certainly be against the villains in this situation, even if not necessarily for the heroes. The boss. Oh, the young Shie Hasaike leader, a friend of yours. Nah, he's got some screws loose, and I thought he might come in handy somehow. Another victim, kept down by this wicked hero society. Let us deliver a death blow to those hateful heroes. Consider this a contract between us. Take this as a deposit. Quirk, Airwalk. I've got a mission to carry out. That's so cool. Also, interesting, she can carry 2 quirks. Because we know carrying more than 1 quirk is like usually a burden that like destroys people. So she's like crazy strong if she can handle 2 quirks at once. Because I think the only other person that we know of that can do that, other than like an all for one or one for all user, is Gigantomachia, right? Because the Nomu could handle multiple quirks, but at the cost of needing to be super genetically modified. So that's really cool. And I love that I don't have to wait another week. I can just jump straight into 313. Also, 313, All Might's on the thumbnail, so we're gonna see what happened to him. Okay, exciting once again. Let's jump into 313. High speed, long range, mobile cannon. And we're starting off with whatever happened to All Might, because I thought she was the one that attacked All Might like that, but maybe it was somebody else? Any car besides Hercules here would have been blown to bits. Alright. And then he gets attacked by these two randoms. They aren't mere thieves. I sense clear murderous intent. If this isn't a dumb prank, then they're trying to split up me and the boy. The boy's being targeted by an assassin. And they both throw those spear things they had before. All Might bails out of the car. That's All Might. Don't wimp out now. You know what we're here for. Besides, check out his wasted body. The real All Might died a long time ago. Heh, darn right. Stand aside. Huh? I'll protect him and raise him. Protect him and raise him right, even if it costs me my life. That boy is born so much more than I ever have. A burden I forced on him. This is so great. Whatever happens to you, I'll be there, changing fate by your side. And still, he idolizes me. So we're seeing, just like what happened with Stain, somebody like so strong in their willpower that it has an effect on others. Because it was even mentioned by Gran Torino that Stain had the same sort of effect that All Might did. The day anything happens to that kid is the day I die. And we have that intent coming from him as we see Zaku jumping across the buildings. I'll zigzag toward her and stay out of her line of sight to prevent her from tracking my trajectory. Assuming Lady Nagant doesn't have a way to move as fast as I can with One for All, I'll reach her before she can reposition herself. That's when I'll make her reveal All for One and Shigaraki's location. And then he has to avoid another attack. It looks like he kicks it rather than dodging from behind. And then he gets hit in the side. But how? Hitting me from behind would only be possible with some kind of remote control quirk. Does she have backup? No, I don't sense any hostility or bloodlust nearby. No, wait, damn it. Why didn't I consider that possibility before? Of course, All for One would give a contractor something extra. And we see her skipping across the air. She is so cool. She is so cool. She fires again. She wants to stop me and capture me alive, right? But after I blocked that shot, she decided to get closer. The shot that hit me in the back came from the side with a wicked curve. The closer we are, the more intuitively she can shoot, and the less need there is for her to calculate my position. Being closer means quicker shots in succession. Even the fourth can't help me react fast enough. So how about the sixth? Full blast. And he sets out a smoke screen. Another quirk. So he's got multiple too. This kid's got secrets for days. Whoa now, ninth. Did you forget already? That much smoke output places you at risk. You're up against a high-speed, long-range mobile cannon, so the second you emerge from the smoke, you're a sitting duck. You've cut off your own escape route. I'm not trying to escape. I'm just buying time for now. And he starts doing a squat. No, don't even try it. That's too dangerous. I don't recommend it either. Oh? Oh, and we have one of the others. The third, right? I know exactly what you're trying to do, but you're not proficient enough yet. You've admitted it yourself. First, figure out how to handle two processes at once subconsciously. Once you've got that down, throw in another thing. And he's thinking back to his training under Endeavor. You haven't even tested my quirk yet. Before adding it to your parallel processes, you need to get a feel for how it works. It's a bit too late for that. Okay, so now we're going to see the third quirk. Amazing. Again, post-time skip has just been hitting different every single chapter. Once Lady Nagant tells me what I need to know, All for One and Shigaraki are next. I guess I'll learn this one, on the fly. Sorry to use your cape like this, Gran Torino. The thirds, Fajin. Oh, that's so cool, the way she has, like, the bone scope as well. She's looking down into the smoke screen. Oh. So is this... So Fajin, is this like a, sort of like Nami's, what's it called? Like Fata Morgana. And he's gonna make copies of himself like that. A decoy? What's he up to? You've got some nerve. Jeez, and she's just firing like crazy. Hide in the smoke all you like. You won't get away. And it seems like each of the copies has a piece of his, like, equipment, so I wonder if that's like something he has to use, or he has to do for the quirk to work. Hide in the smoke all you like. You won't get away. Too bad. I'm not in the smoke. And he grabs her left arm. And we get cut off there. Jeez. Okay, that's really cool. So he seems to have some sort of copying ability. Some kind of shadow clone jutsu. But, yeah, really, really cool. We'll have to see, we'll have to see where this leads. I don't know, I just feel like that wasn't like a definitive ending where I can have any specific opinion, because every single part of this chapter is just like, well crap, now I have to wait to see what happens next. That was a really, really good set of 2 chapters though. Like again, post-time skip has just been great. Lady Nagant is so cool. I like how a lot of the things from the past have come into play here. The stuff with All Might was really great. And again, called back to stuff way in the past for the series. And we're getting to kind of see the Third's quirk, but we don't quite get how it works yet. It does seem like, though, in order to make the clones, he might need to use a piece of his equipment, because each one of them had a piece of his equipment. Either that or he was just doing it to make it easier to trick her, but that seems like, I don't know, it seems like it'd be a bit much for something so simple, so it almost seems like it's something that he needs to do in order for the quirk to work. So yeah, either way, until like 2-3 days from now when the new chapter is out, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I will give you a link. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.